Meanwhile, let us in fact take a detailed look at the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple. So, if I can introduce some of the features of the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Garbhagriha and the temple, you will see how ornate and how it is actually made. So, this main temple actually is built in the Nagara style of architecture. Now, remember that this is a North Indian form of temple architecture and it is characterized by a shikhar or a spire which actually rises just above the Garbhagriha. So, that shikhar, if I can move on to the next image, you will be able to see. So, this is the shikhar that is actually above the Garbhagriha, and this is the feature of the Nagara style of architecture, and it also features that this entire temple is built on a raised platform. So, when you see this temple over here, you will see that there is a raised platform, and this is its speciality, that the entire temple, its shikhar, its mandapams over here is entirely built over a raised platform. That is one of the major features of the Nagara style. And over that shikhar today is that Dhwaj Arohan ceremony. So, this is of prime importance, and that is where the flag hoisting will take place today. Now, this is a 3-story structure that stands at least 161 feet tall and 250 feet wide. So, this from the ground to the shikhar is 161 feet tall. And if you look at its width, it is 250 feet wide. So, this entire structure is a huge, massive, colossal structure, and since it is built in the Nagara style that we mentioned to you, it is very ornately designed. So, all these pillars that you see, there are around over 300 pillars all inside these mandapams, and these are all intricately carved. You have pictures of the Ramayana, all scenes of the Ramayana being depicted in these pillars. Next, when we look at this ornate design, this entire temple is constructed using pink Banas sandstone from Rajasthan. Now, this is one of the major features. The entire temple has been constructed using sandstone, using this natural material. No iron has been used in the construction, and this entire support structure is also made with natural rocks. When we look, so like we have mentioned that no iron or steel has been used, and how they have actually kept it together is through interlocking stone technique which has been applied throughout. So, because iron and steel haven't been used, and because that marble pink sandstone has been used, interlocking stone technique has been applied to make sure that the structure is secure. Also, one of the major important features is that the ground floor actually houses the magnificent Ram Lalla idol in the Garbhagriha. So, this is the magnificent idol over there inside the temple, inside the Garbhagriha, that people actually come to pay their respects at. Also, there are 5 mandapams, like I have mentioned to you that the entire Nagara style of architecture also has different mandapams, and there are a total 5 mandapams, which includes a Nitya mandapam, a Rang mandapam, a Gud mandapam, a Kirtan mandapam, and a Prathana mandapam. So, there are these 5 mandapams that are present in this grand structure as well. Also, when we look at the interiors, there are around 44 gold plated doors and 14 gold plated gates which are adorning the sanctum sanctorum. So, there are 44 gold plated doors inside this entire structure. And like we have been mentioning that there have been intricate carvings which actually depict Ramayana scenes and gods and celestial beings across the entire temple structure. So a lot of hard work actually has been put in. You can see those intricate carvings. There were a lot of people involved who spent a lot of time, who spent a lot of effort in carving those scenes from the Ramayana, who also carved out gods and celestial beings inside this temple on that sandstone. Like we have been mentioning, that the temple has around 392 pillars and 12 grand entrance gates. So there are 12 gates through which you can enter, and there are around 392 pillars. You can see that the ground floor is also of a good height. Around 20 feet is that height that is there in the ground floor. It has been designed to withstand earthquakes for over 2,500 years. So this massive grand structure will survive any kind of earthquakes, will withstand all that earthquake for 2,500 years to come. So these were some of the features, in fact, of that grand Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple that we have been talking about. In fact, let me go across to Varsha Shahi again and see what the situation on the ground is, because we will see in a few moments that the Prime Minister will arrive in Ayodhya and that entire ceremony will actually begin. Varsha, अभी हम बात कर रहे थे कि कितना ही ग्रैंड टेम्पल बनाया गया है, उसके कितने सारे फीचर्स हैं, और अब धीरे धीरे टाइम आ रहा है जब हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर अयोध्या में कदम रखेंगे और जो फूलों से वो पूरी नगरी सुगंधित हो गई है, हमें थोड़ा सा जो वहाँ पर एटमॉस्फेयर है वो दिखाइए।
देखिए, क्योंकि कुछ ही समय बाद प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की मौजूदगी अयोध्या के अंदर होगी। अगर मैं पूरी तरीके से अयोध्या को आपको दिखाऊं तो बड़ी ही खूबसूरत तरीके से अयोध्या को सजाया गया है। देखिए, फूलों से पूरी तरीके से हर जगह नगर निगम ने जो तैयारी की थी वो तैयारी फूलों से सजाया है। पूरी तरीके से अयोध्या को दुल्हन की तरह सजाया गया। हनुमानगढ़ी पे हमारी मौजूदगी है और दूसरी तरफ आप देखिए कि हर जगह आपको फूलों से पूरी नगर निगम के द्वारा अयोध्या को जो सजाने की तैयारी थी वो की गई है। तो अयोध्या आपको पूरी तरीके से दुल्हन की तरह नजर आएगी। इसके साथ साथ अब उस क्षण का इंतजार किया जा रहा है जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी का आगमन हो। मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ की मौजूदगी हो चुकी है। इसके साथ साथ अब धीरे धीरे करके उस समय के लिए लोगों की जो पहुंचने की प्रक्रिया थी वो शुरू हो चुकी है। अब केवल इंतज़ार है तो प्रधानमंत्री के साथ जब वो रोड शो देखने को मिलेगा, और उस तरीके से रोड शो में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी और सभी वीवीआईपी नज़र आएंगे। मोहन भागवत की भी मौजूदगी यहाँ पर है और उसी तरीके से आज अद्भुत अलौकिक समागम इस ध्वज के लगने का देखने को मिलेगा। कि देखिए, क्योंकि अयोध्या साक्षात गवाह है कि जब राम मंदिर बना तब उस समय कितना अलौकिक क्षण नजर आ रहा था, और फिर उसके बाद दूसरा समय आज का, जब आज श्री रामचंद्र जी का विवाह है और विवाह के दिन ही पूरे राम मंदिर को बनाकर तैयार कर लिया गया है, ध्वज को लगाया जा रहा। ध्वज पताका फहरते ही अद्भुत अलौकिक समागम के साथ अयोध्या देखने को मिलेगी। और क्योंकि अगर पूरे कॉरिडोर की बात करें तो एक एक जगह पर एक एक चीज़ों को बड़े ही प्रॉपर तरीके से तैयार किया गया था। ये सोचा गया था, पहले प्लानिंग में था कि जब राम मंदिर पूरी तरीके से परिपूर्ण हो जाएगा तब उसके बाद सारी चीज़ें देखने को मिल सकती है। तो जो आम श्रद्धालु हैं वो अब धीरे धीरे बढ़ते जाएंगे, धीरे धीरे यहाँ आते जाएंगे और लोगों को दर्शन मिलेगा। आज क्योंकि जिस तरीके से अयोध्या, आप देखिए चारों तरफ आपको लोगों की मौजूदगी नज़र आ रही होगी, लोग पहुँचे हुए हैं और लोग जिस तरीके से अब लगातार अयोध्या को देखने के लिए नज़र आ रहे हैं, अद्भुत अलौकिक समागम के साथ अयोध्या नज़र आ रही है। तो इसी दृश्य का इंतज़ार हर कोई कर रहा था, इसी समय का इंतज़ार हर कोई कर रहा था कि आखिर अयोध्या तैयार हो सके और इस अद्भुत समागम